I'm now going to invite the full-time officers for social science and social professions. You know yourself, step right up. Step right up. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, very professional. Right, as you can see, we've got a lot more candidates. So one by one, I'm gonna give you 2 minutes. Just give a quick speech. So yeah, tell them whatever, 2 minutes, go.
Hi guys, my name is Crystal Margalio, and you're right, yeah? Are we all good? Are we all good? Yeah? All right, okay, so let me tell you why you should vote for me, yeah? So, 14.5% of our students are known to have disabilities. What about the rest? Now, my plan for that is that we need teachers, we need lecturers screening more of these disabilities so we can tackle the issue. That's just one. We've got 69.2% black minority, ethnic minority percentages here in the university. What are we doing about events, promoting awareness with racism and social issues like that? That's another one. Next one, 96.7% of leavers are getting jobs 6 months after we graduate. But do all of us know how to get those jobs? Not everyone does until their third year. But we need to make a time where we tell the students at first year, you need to start researching. Second year, research. Third year, then you get your job ready. There's this thing where I found out that academic consolidation is the most important thing, which is basically turning office hours into more of a booster session. And I've had meetings with Stephen Curtis, and I've spoken to him about this, and he said this may be very possible. This can increase our academic chances within the whole of the university. But it can start small. I'm going to tell you the realistic goals I have. There's more in my manifesto. I know I have to give it over to everyone else, but yeah. My name is Crystal Margalio, and I hope you vote for me. Big up.
All right. Let me take this opportunity, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Asif Hanif. I'm taking this opportunity to thank all the staffs who are arranging these elections, ADI, Divya, and all the student unions that we're doing. This is my manifesto, and this is the leaflet that I am taking this opportunity and launching it. And it's going to be environmental friendly. And I'm going to say what things I comprise on that. I feel passionate about it. I come back to the education after 20 years. Being a father, being a brother, being a husband, or being a colleague. My manifesto for your attentions, and it is all about the students. It's about the students, and it is about people, those who are under this university, under the same roof, with the same aims and objects and inspirations for the future. So I'm going to give you a little bit background of my involvement in the university. I'm standing at the moment for 3 posts: full-time officer for the School of Social Sciences, NUS delegate for the 2019, and disabled officer part-time. This is according to the rules and regulations that one full-time and you can have a part-time positions to apply under. I'm in the second year, but this is my first year in the university, and my previous involvement in the university on the basis of activities: founder of the Diplomacy and International Relations Society, member of the Student Council, member of the Disability Forum, and member of the London Met Pool team. Thank you very much, Student Union, for providing us. About me, I'm a second year student studying international relations. I'm an optimistic person with motivations and encouragement. I believe in passion, and I believe in human beings listening, talking, and making efforts to achieve our goals, no matter what stage and what needs are. And I have an excellent understanding of the student affairs around this university. My aims and objectives, I have put it on the student web, but 6. Create an environment in which the university management, school academics, and its students can achieve their inspirations. Ensure that the school establishes connections with institutions and organizations to maximize your opportunities to succeed in future. Encourages students to actively engage in education environment. Represent the voice of the students in important university policies and make London Met accessible and adoptable for all. As you have known that there are people with the families, there are disabled people, there are visible disabilities and invisible disabilities. Let's make London Met and accessible and adoptable to you, and I urge you to vote for that, if you think.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, thank you. All right, next.
Thank you. Hi guys. My name is Shade. Yes, welcome. Thank you. Thank you guys for coming and taking time out to listen to us. My name is Shade Alua, and I will be running for your full-time officer for the social sciences and social professions. So, bear with me. This always happens to me when I get the mic on the stage and I don't even know. Ooh, okay, so yeah, who am I? I'm Shade Alua, and allow me, man. Guys, can you see me at the back? You got me on the camera there? Hi there. Yes, worldwide, international, all that. My name's Shade, running for your full-time sabbatical officer for social sciences and social professions. So I've been observing here at London Met for a while, and I'm the kind of person that can relate with a lot of people. And I'm thinking this year is the year, like, why not try and help the people that I want to, like, that I see that need support and everything. People come up to me and say, oh my gosh, like, what do I do here? What can I do here? And with the little information and resources I do have, I do as much as I can just to help them. So I believe if I come into this position, that I can do more for a few more students, you know. My main thing, if you look at my manifesto online, my main objectives are providing more support for students with the student services. So I want to try and, well, I would like the student services to have a more straightforward reach to all the students, because there's so many students here that they're not really feeling the support that they need just to get through it, just to get through the degree as much as everything else that goes on in life. I want to address the attainment gap between the BME and non-BME students. So if I have time, I might go into that a bit more. I would like to improve student engagement. So there's a lot of things that I've been involved in the university. I'm involved in a lot of societies. I've tried to provide a lot of tried to provide socials for everyone, just to, like, you know, take a time out from the degree. Because all of those things, all of those engagements, you get to meet different students, and it just allows you to just see a different perspective of life, you know? And to increase the awareness of sustainability. So I'm a bit of a hippie, guys. I'm always like on that recycling thing, like, you know, and it is Green Week this week at the university. There's been a few more, there's been a few things going on. But yeah, my name's Shade. I would love to take any questions after all the campaigners have spoken. Yes, thank you.
Hello everyone. My name is Marie-France. It sounds really Frenchy, but you have to get used to it. Ça va bien, merci. Yeah. I'm running, like all my colleagues, for the School of Social Science and Social Profession. I'm actually the president of Amnesty International Society, and my role as a campaigner, like, we're actually the biggest society in terms of human rights and campaign here at university. I have been running quite a lot of, you know, talk, film screening, and fundraising as well for Amnesty International. And the good thing out of all of this is that I was able, from my role here as a president of Amnesty Society, I was able to volunteer with Amnesty, the actual Amnesty International UK, as a country coordinator for the Western Central Africa. And I do look after Congo, Rwanda, and then the DR, Sierra Leone. I'm also a founder of, I have been involved since I started university as a mature student. I have been involved from first year as a star academic, and I was a vice chair of student council as well in some point. I'm a founder as well outside university. I'm a founder of organization that promotes oversee volunteering opportunity for students, as well as try to empower and support migrant and refugees. This is I call it like a country. London Metropolitan University is like a country where you practice. You learn as well, and then you get the time to practice everything that you have been learning. I'm not gonna take your time. Right now, I'm standing why. The first reason is finance and bursary system. I just wanna tackle that. Most of us, as a student here in this room, right now I can say we're broke. Why are we broke? Because student finance haven't dropped yet. In few weeks, we will be rich. And then it won't last for long, just for 1 month and a half. So we need to tackle that. London Metropolitan University is a charity, it's a registered charity. However, working myself as a founder of a charity, I know how you can secure funding and be able to help students. So that's gonna be my lobbying, especially finance, that's the priority. And there is another one about mitigation and the women support, gender equality especially. Gender equality should be a reality. The resolution, UN resolution of 1325 is from everyone. Gender equality should start from here. So we need to promote that. And the last thing is, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I think it's Maxi Boku. I think, I don't know. So guys, that is your panelists, and they are open to questions. Kind of first question from.
Hi, Crystal. Sissy, I'm good, thank you. Sissy with the first person, I'll go straight at you. You mentioned about screening disabilities students. In what way do you see it as of importance, and what would be your first steps in your role to making that happen?
Thank you.
So I spoke to one of the student unions in Westminster, and the Vice President for Academics, she told me that there is a strong correlation with supporting your students and understanding them and what they need with your academics and the happiness, the student experience that we're trying to basically increase here. So my first steps would be to talk to DDS and ask them, is it possible if you could speak to teachers? And I will talk to module leaders as well after, but speak to teachers to just be aware if there's any signs of learning difficulties. Because for me, I've got Erlen syndrome, I've got dyslexia, and it's very difficult to take notes really quickly. Now, if my teacher knew that, I think they'd probably speak a bit slower, or they'd refer me to DDS. It's that cycle. We're trying to create awareness so that we can tackle these issues with these students. Because there's a lot of, even yourself, as if you've told me, there's not a lot of support with DDS students. And for example, we used to have, 4 years ago, we used to have an extension where it gave you an extra 2 months for all of your assignments. Now we don't currently have that. And that's something that's very important. Like right now I'm running for elections, I'm doing a 5,000 dissertation and all these other stuff. We need support. We need to be happy. That's what I believe in.
Thank you.
Let me make some comments about that. All those people who are getting into the universities, our first point of contact is DDS, social services and all these things. They have managed to get your access, to assess you on the basis of your ability. But the question is that there are some visible disabilities, but there are some invisible disabilities as well. In order to create an environment, the basic instinct that we need to get our university back it, that to understand, recognize, and make our lectures and make our services utilizers environmental friendly and user friendly. And the thing is that if we can relate with the DDS, and also in a School of Social Sciences, there are students, those who are studying education, psychology, and all these things. And these kind of things in-house, that we have that opportunity, that we can find and identify these situations, and on the basis of our students, those who are studying here, they can research on the issues that under the same roof our students are facing. Visible and invisible disability. One of the most important things that I wanted to do if I got elected, my first of things is screening of the university, the whole university, there are some organizations, those who kind of survey the organization in terms of the accessibility to the university. And you will be very surprised that there are some adjustment without affecting the structures, and they can make it accessible for the disabled. Thank you.
Yeah, no? Thank you. So I myself also have dyslexia, not trying to jump on the bandwagon or anything, but no, it's real talk out here, you know. No, I've actually had like problems with like reading and stuff from a young age, and even coming into the university, I come from a previous university where I was screened and I had the dyslexia, came to this university, and it wasn't until last year summer, when we were all on summer holidays, that they was like, oh, believe you got dyslexia. Okay, cool. DDS, not that well, and that is on my manifesto. I want to sort that out, get the, that's part of the student services. I want to get that all sorted out, the reach out there, and like actually, reaching out to the students who need that support so they can get their degree. We are all here at university, which is a privilege that, not many people get. So as well as the services there, what I feel like we should do as London Met is maybe work together as a unit within the classes and everything. Like, these are skills that we can learn, so we don't have to rely on others. We can like find a little ecosystem within our own selves, So they've got like students, what do they call them? Coach successors? Success coaches, yes. Allow me. So you're one of these things here, yes. I think in programs like this are great, but we need to allow the students to feel confident to be like, yeah, I want to see my success coach, and we have to allow the success coaches to have like the flexibility and everything, so they can meet the students and everything. I just want to keep it short.
Because of time, we have to, just answer. We've got one more question, please, sir.
Hi, I'm going to keep it very short. So when it comes to employability, you mentioned that the statistics was 92.6 or something, 96.7. So I'm a student ambassador. I work at the university. A lot of students have been talking about how that statistic is raised because of some of the employment schemes that the university runs. And then another big thing that I'm concerned about, because I'm a biochemistry student, is that, yes, I know that as a student ambassador, I have an option to work here for a bit, you know what I mean? But am I gonna get a job in the field that I wanna get a job in? Am I gonna end up working in some of the unrelated field and then being, what kind of, and this is a question for everyone really, what kind of initiatives are you gonna, or want to implement, or how are you gonna tackle that issue? Because a lot of people are getting jobs in fields that they don't want to have them in. So, that's basically it. Thank you.
Thank you for your question.
Hi again. That's a great question, Matthew. I believe, again, university is a privilege that we all come here, and I believe it's a journey. So a lot of people come to university in first year with a journey, with a whole idea of like, yeah, get my degree, this, that, and the third, and I'm gonna get this job, and then like they drop out. Well, they not drop out, but they graduate, and then they realize that, whoa, I'm just gonna have to get some money to like, you know. So if you're not necessarily in my school, but I feel like we'll be working as a team. Who gets elected will be working as a team, and I feel like the sabbatical officers who are there should, myself, I would reach out to institutions that will provide some sort of work experience within the fields that you are in, so you can see what it's about, you know. I know on my course in particular, we have a work learning experience module, but not all of us actually understand like, wow, I'm gonna go into the field, because I can't necessarily go and start performing experiments on people because I haven't got the accreditation to but it would be nice that maybe this university got some amazing staff. It would be nice maybe the university can give people experience within the field, so maybe like starting a research, but I would definitely look into having contacts with people outside in everyone's field who can provide some sort of work experience or, for...
Yeah, thank you for your question first. You know, in terms of practice, like work experience and things like that, I believe that everything starts from university first. University is like a place like for us as a student to start practicing what is our next step. How we can tackle that is by inviting first more students to get involved to the kind of campaign that we run. Like for example, for Amnesty International, the way that Amnesty Society works is the same way that Amnesty International UK works. So the aim, the mission, or all of the society are not really different. So how to get the students like ready to go and start their journey like working is how can I say? It starts from here first, and then they move forward. And again, I have so much connection as well as an officer, so much connection with NGOs and, you know, organizations like that. For those from my school, especially School of Social Science and social profession, I will be there to listen to them and then see how I can guide them to get a job like in NGOs or placement or things like that. I think that's all I can say. But in overall, 92% is quite a big number. So only few students need that boost and that help. Yeah.
Thank you for your answers. But before we get to you guys, I don't want to chuck you under the bus, but because of time, I need you guys to keep your answers as brief as possible, yeah? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Matthew. That is the second aims and objectives in the manifesto. Ensure that the school establish connections with institutions and organizations to maximize your opportunities to succeed in future. Here, my vision is about whatever field our students are studying, during their term time or during their free time, we try to strive out and reach out into the practical life so that I do not want my students studying something else and going for McDonald's and KFC. We want to attach them to their relative fields, so during studies, in their free time, they will get experience and try to implement whatever they are learning in order to encourage and make them confident that whatever they are learning, it is practically kind of applying into the real life, and out of their degree time, all this part-time experience would then be able for them to create their position so that at the last day when they are passing out from the university, they have already got a footage established while they were in university to tailor the work experience during their term times to the relative field. So many circles we have in our logo of the London Met University. I want that many companies to be taken on board to help our students to get to the practical life and into the relative fields.
That's a really good question. I've been keeping my answer in my head, so I remember, yeah. So the thing is, I'll be realistic with you. What the uni can provide us is these connections they have. Yes, they have these connections. But what I can't tell you is that I could just hand these, these experiences, work experiences for you. But what I'm going to try and do for you is I'm going to get my contact in the careers advisor's office, and I'm going to ask if there's any possible way for us to increase awareness with these websites that students can apply in, because there's a lot of jobs. I'm applying for diplomatic jobs. I study diplomacy and international relations. It's very difficult to find jobs like that, but there's over 500 jobs online who is connected to London Met. There is a lot out there, it's just a lot of students don't know. And our job as sabbatical officers are a bridge between students and the Chancellor. It's not to give it to you, spoon feed it to you, but I can say that I will support you. That is the main goal. Our goal is to get you through uni. That's it. And get you a job after. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you guys for your answers. I'll take one more question. Has anyone got one more question? Nah, no one's got one more question. Cool. Thank you guys. I wish you good luck. Take a seat.